What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to solder aluminum. In this case on the TS185, if you guys remember from the last couple episodes of disassembling the engine, I'm getting ready for rebuild, and while disassembling it I had a couple misfortunate events happen. Oh no. So it's time to fix those, and I'm going to be demonstrating on this just piece of aluminum, this piece of scrap aluminum I have here. You're going to need a propane torch. At the very least, it's best to have a MAP gas torch or maybe even an oxygen acetylene torch. This is ideal. And then secondly, you're going to need some aluminum brazing rods, and then you're going to want a good brazing flux. This is also Hobart. This is just universal brazing flux for any welding and brazing applications. You just need this to, I'm not a scientist, but basically this stuff just helps the solder and everything bond together. And then optional, you can get one of these laser activated temperature guns. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is heat up the end of your brazing rod just a little bit, and then dip it right into your flux. As you can see, it's now coated in flux. Perfect. And here is the nice little gash that is going to need filled. This is just a piece of scrap aluminum. So the first thing you're going to want to do is clean the surrounding areas with a wire wheel. Just to show you, we're starting off with a cold piece, 60 degrees. So fire up your propane torch, start heating it. So just keep in mind that you need the actual metal piece that you're fixing to be hot enough to melt the solder. You don't want to use the flame itself to melt the solder. We're at 400, almost 500 degrees. So as you can see, the flux melts, but the aluminum does not melt, so it's not hot enough. We gotta keep going. There we go. Then use your screwdriver, test, make sure that it's really in there, and there you go. So now we know that we can solder aluminum. I got it to work on that thin stuff, but will it work on my TS185 engine case? And here's the biggest piece that broke off of the case right here. It fits in just like that. Heat it up. The whole thing is flux. Now it is completely covered and coated in flux, way more than we need. I think this is a much better angle. I'm going to use gravity to help me. So let's go ahead, get it lined up, start heating. Yeah, so clearly the soldering was not working there. I don't know if the engine is some kind of alloy, but yeah, here's plan B. Just some JB Weld. Too cheap to even buy the real JB Weld brand, so Harbor Freight JB Weld. It's the same stuff. So just cleaning everything off with some paint thinner. This was the piece that broke off while I was trying to split the case. It's a super clean break, so I didn't have to do anything other than clean the paint off. Then I apply the JB Weld to both sides, the piece that broke off and the whole engine case. And that's stuck on there pretty well. Got a nice solid joint. Once I sand that stuff down and then put some paint on, you won't even be able to tell. And this side was a little bit more tricky. As you can see, it's not a very concrete shape. So what I'm gonna have to do here is turn it into a rectangle, and then I can cut a piece of aluminum that will fit in there. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Come on, JB Weld, but this stuff is super strong when you use it right. Especially for porous aluminum like this. It is just perfect. And now I just need a piece of aluminum to fix the other side with. So I went ahead, got my drywall square, and I'm just going to cut a piece off that. Then I remembered how much that drywall square costed, so I found these aluminum brackets. The only problem is that they have holes in them, but we know how to solder aluminum now, so we can fix it. As you can see, this time I put the piece on a couple of bricks because they reflect the heat a lot better than the vise does. More metal just soaks up the heat, and we don't want that. And there's my nice piece of aluminum I cut to add into the engine. I cut some nice little slashes in it so that it holds the JB Weld a little bit better. And just like I did before, I put the JB Weld on both sides. And then I even added a little reinforcing plate to the back. And before you ask, no, it does not hit the magneto. See that? Sunday, March 3rd. Look outside. It is snowing once again. I woke up this morning and there was no snow. And yeah. Alright guys, thank you for watching another Gold Guy video. Yeah, I will be the first one to tell you guys that JB Weld is not always a good solution for fixing engines. Especially if it's part of an engine that holds oil. This part is just the magneto housing. It never sees oil or really that much pressure. So I could use JB Weld in this case. And well, I tried to solder it, as you guys saw, but that was a fail. This aluminum's just too, I don't know if it's some kind of alloy or what, but I couldn't get it hot enough. I just couldn't get it to work. So JB Weld was really my only choice other than TIG welding, and I don't have a TIG welder. So yeah, JB Weld was my only choice. I hope you guys liked the video. In the next one, I'm going to be cleaning these, well, the whole engine up and pulling bearings out that I'm going to be replacing. And then I'm going to be painting this thing. So after painting is reassembly. Hopefully I remember how all this stuff goes back together. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button to help me out and stay in the loop with future uploads. Comment down below what you guys think. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you hate what I did here. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Also, please check out the Patreon if you want to help my channel. Thank you so much. Goodbye.